Hey everybody, I want to talk about how to protect your lungs. I'll give you 5 things that you can do to make sure your lungs are healthy and functioning properly, because oxygen needs to be at its highest levels in the body. First and foremost is avoid anything that's a pollutant that irritates your lungs. So I know what you're thinking. Don't smoke. Well, yeah, that's number 1. Obviously, secondhand smoke is just as bad as regular smoking. So make sure you're not around other people who smoke a lot. Make sure you're outside if someone's smoking. Smoking is actually really terrible for kids under the age of 7 because every body part regenerates at a different rate. Like you have brand new skin every 30 days, you have brand new bones every 90 to 120 days, you have brand new liver every 3 to 4 weeks. Everything in your body's constantly repairing and regenerating. Well, your lungs are the slowest ones. 7 years. It takes 7 years for your lungs to fully develop and 7 years for them to regenerate. So every 7 years, your lungs are new, not very fast. And so if there's a child who's less than 7 years old, their lungs haven't even fully developed yet. They should not be exposed to any smoke whatsoever. It can permanently damage their lungs. Other irritants would be like being around a lot of traffic, cars, whatever comes out of that tailpipe, that's not good. That's pollution. And obviously avoiding things that cause infections in your lungs as well, like bacteria, pollen, if you're allergic, those are things that can irritate the lungs and damage the lungs. So we want to avoid anything that's an irritant or pollutes your environment. Even mold and dust, those are irritants as well. So that's number 1. Secondly, how do you protect your lungs and make sure they're functioning properly is exercise. Anything that makes you breathe heavy. So many people wake up, they sit down and work, and then they sit down and eat, and then they go back to bed, and they really never have to take a deep breath. So throughout the day, make sure you're taking deep breaths and do activity that make you have to breathe heavy. High intensity interval training is powerful because it makes your lungs really expand. Weight training does the same. You have to take those deep breaths and press the weights. Not only is it beneficial for your whole body, it really benefits your lungs. And in fact, there are some studies that say the only reason you lose weight when you exercise is because you breathe heavy. So breathing techniques can help you lose weight as well. When you sweat, you detoxify as well. But the best detoxification is what you exhale. Number 3 is you need to make sure you're eating enough natural antioxidants that you would get from fruits and vegetables. Antioxidants in your diet protect the lungs. Lungs can get cancer when there's oxidative stress. And so what we want to do is protect them. One of the reasons 50% of people who smoke a pack a day for over 10 years don't get lung cancer is because they're eating their fruits and vegetables, which is an antioxidant, so that it counteracts the oxidative stress they're getting from smoking. So make sure you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables in your diet. Number 4, you need to stay hydrated. Water. You're like, what does water have to do with air? Because oxygen is air. Well, there's oxygen in water as well, but water and oxygen combine to help build energy in your body. Actually, ATP production through your mitochondria in your cells require water, so you need to stay hydrated. Also, the mucous membrane in your lungs needs to be hydrated as well. If it dries up, you're not going to have that transmission of oxygen and carbon dioxide leaving your body, so you need to stay hydrated. I always recommend half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 160 pounds, that means you should drink 80 ounces of water, which is actually 10 8-ounce cups of water. It's more than what we've been told. 8 cups a day is enough if you're smaller, but the larger you are, the more water you need. So it's based on your body weight and size. Now, the 5th one, this is really powerful and very important. Your posture. Posture affects chest expansion. Your ribs need to be able to rotate up and down as your lungs expand and compress. Limitations in chest expansion can reduce oxygen saturation and how your lungs function. Very, very important. So if you have bad posture, like forward head posture, rolled forward shoulders, your chest is not going to expand properly. If it doesn't expand properly, you're not getting enough air and your lungs aren't going to be healthy and you're not getting enough oxygen. People who have scoliosis, that affects chest expansion as well and can put pressure on the lungs and on the heart. And so what I recommend is always chiropractic care. Chiropractic care can reduce subluxations or restrictions in joints in your spine that affect nerves, as well as allow for proper motion. When you're getting regular adjustments, your posture will be better, your chest will expand easier. Also, ribs. Each rib can get fixated in its spot and it may not move properly. Sometimes when you get pain in your upper back or between the shoulder blades, it's because there's a rib that's misaligned or subluxated, or it may not be moving properly, and the muscles around that rib head get irritated and you get pain on the sides of your back, your upper back or your mid back. Very powerful to have those corrected by a chiropractor. Finally, there's nerves that go to your heart and lungs. Those nerves come out of your upper back from your spine. So all nerves are connected to the brain and they go to organs, tissues, glands, blood vessels. And if there's restriction in the upper thoracic spine, which is right below the neck in the upper back, that area, those nerves go directly to your lungs and your heart. And you press on those nerves, you can get things like heart racing, irregular heart rate, as well as shortness of breath and breathing issues. Forward head posture, that puts stress on the upper back is one of the leading causes of high blood pressure. And so you want to make sure you protect your posture. So those are the 5. Avoid the pollutants and the irritants. Make sure you exercise properly. Make sure you eat enough fruits and vegetables. Make sure you drink enough water, and make sure you have proper posture and chest expansion, and your lungs will stay healthy. So please share the video, comment, subscribe, like, let us know what you think, and we'll be back with more later.